What's up? What's up? What's up? It's Friday. Hey y'all, come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. We have a lot to talk about. Y'all done got me on in the middle of the day, honey. I got my Atlanta hat on. I was out in the sunshine today. You know, when you out, you don't be wanting to get, your blemishes or whatever. I wear a lot of sunscreen because even though I'm black, we can get dark spots and stuff, and I like my skin tone to be even. So when I'm out in the sun and when I'm riding with the top off, I have on a hat, and so I have hat head. So my hat will be on. Okay. So hey y'all, come on in, friends. Come on in. Listen, Brit Eady done shook the table, honey. She has shook it the table. Y'all, I was not shocked. I was not. But we're gonna talk about it in just a minute. So as y'all come in, go ahead and like this video. Please subscribe to my channel. If you are not subscribed, it's a subscribers only chat. Okay. Come on in. We are live and we will get started after this very, very brief introduction.
Get ready, because you about to be an ATL.
That's her being a blogger.
More than a blogger.
That's her being a blogger. You are more than a blogger.
I am more.
That's her being a blogger.
All of is my son.
Okay, that shit is gay.
I am more than a blogger.
The blog goddess. It's the blog goddess. It's the blog goddess. Michelle is here.
Yeah.
It's the blog goddess. The blog goddess. It's the blog goddess. Michelle is here.
Yeah.
Autumn is her son.
Yes.
Autumn
It's her son. Yes.
say Autumn.
It's her son. Yes.
Say Autumn is her son.
Like for real.
The blog goddess. The blog goddess. It's the blog goddess. 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 Michelle is here.
Yeah.
Autumn is her son.
Like for real.
Like for real, dang. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? I hope y'all having a wonderful day. It finally stopped raining in Atlanta. Everybody is out washing their cars. Everybody out is out in the sunshine. I got out early and I came in so that I can get this early live in so I can get back out in these streets. So I can get back out in these streets while the sun's still up. Hey y'all. So shout out to my squad. I see everybody is in here. Okay. I told my Patreon members and my members only first. Okay, you can be a member on the YouTube channel too. Only thing I do is click that join button. You'll be green in the chat, just like Carmen and Ahova and Cynthia and Carla and not 223. And what'll happen is you'll get special emojis that you can use, and you'll also get access to some of my deleted lives and some behind the scenes stuff, that other people don't get. In addition, okay, if you subscribe to my Patreon, patreon.com, I am ATLian, you get even more tea, child. We be spilling all the tea over there, child. It is what it is. I don't come on as much as they want me to, but I come on a lot. Okay. So shout out to my squad. Now, speaking of Patreon, I was on the Discord group. In our Discord group, we have a voice chat. It's kind of like Clubhouse where you can come on, you could talk if you want to. You don't have to show your face. It's all just voice activated. We be just like you on a what is it back in the day? Like not a three-way call, but them chat rooms, them calls things where you all be on the same phone line. That's how it is back in the day. But we got it now over there on the Discord group. It's called Voice Channel. And so I was in the Voice Channel last night and we was talking about, the Brit situation and everything. And we're gonna deep dive into it today. But some of you may have seen, yes, a party line. Thank you, friends. Thank you. See, I'm old, but that's my memory is just failing me today. But yeah, we was talking on over there about the Brit situation. We was talking about the reunion. We was talking about Nene and Porsha. We was talking about so many things over there. And it is we talk about it and it disappears. So it's not recorded or anything. So if you missed it, you missed it. Okay. But here I am now to regurgitate the things that I said privately last night. And I always go in the chat and I always look in the chat like, how many people in here? Oh, okay. It's 8 people in here. Oh, okay. I tell y'all 8 people. I tell y'all 8 people to teach. So, you know, if you want to be a part of that exclusive group, go on over there. Okay. Even though we have like 1,000 or something in our Patreon, normally over on the Discord, it'll probably be like 8, 9, 10 people over there or whatever. And they're planning something special for August for the Patreon members. So definitely, if you are a subscriber, go over there and get the tea and figure out if you want to be a part of, you know, our little special surprise for August. Okay, I'm not telling the people public, I'm telling the people on Patreon. Okay. Like this video as y'all get in here. Like this. Yes, Facebook is in the building as well. And I'm also streaming simultaneously on X, aka the Twitters over there. Okay. Shout out to Blue Goddess. Blue Goddess just became a member too. Okay. Hey, I love you, friend. I love you. I love you. Shout out to my mom. Zinga is in here. Miss Kiki is in here. Simply Shy might be working today. Where's Princess AG? Where's they go C Patterson. Hey, C Patterson. They go Sickle. Okay, where's Mr. I Candy? I don't know. Everybody don't be here at the same time. Oh, there he is. Okay. So shout out to my mods. They be holding it down in the chat. Where is Side Eye? Side Eye must be out working somewhere, chat. She must be out in these streets too. Okay. You said, Michelle, Britt said that picture Kenya posted was not her. If that's true and Bravo carried that lie, does she have a case? Absolutely, positively, yes, she does. If somebody put a picture of you and everybody said it was you, and everybody on the Reddits and on the Instagrams and everywhere was all in your DMs, wouldn't you sue too? I'd be suing. But we not even there yet. I haven't got to that yet. I'm gonna talk about something that I missed the other day first. Okay, we gonna deep dive into this Brit Kenya reunion, Real Housewives of Atlanta tea, because you know that's what we do around here is the Real Housewives of Atlanta tea. And this Brit situation, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. But before we get there, I have to talk about Nene Leakes saying that, you know, she would possibly well, you know, she didn't say she would reconcile with Porsha. Porsha said she would reconcile with her. And Nene was asked about it on her the Nene Leakes show, and I missed that segment, you know, because I was too busy, you know, dragging Mr. Man Hands. But Lauren LaRosa and them talked about it on the Breakfast Club this morning, and people was tagging me in it. And apparently, you remember, Porsha actually said that she would be open to reuniting with Nene Leakes. And so Nene actually issued a response. Hold on, we're gonna look at it right here. Y'all know the drill. Copyright disclaimer under section 107 of the Copyright Act. Allowance is made for what? Fair use. And we are researching. So shout out to Lauren LaRosa and Just Hilarious and Charlemagne and Envy over there at the Breakfast Club for, you know, deep diving into the Nene Leakes and Porsha debacle that we have been talking about for a while. And y'all know why they fell out. Y'all know Porsha was doing shady shit behind the scenes because she felt like Nene was Team Simon. Y'all remember that? You know, I remember. But hold on. Thank you, Miss Kiki. Here we are. We're going to listen to it. Oh, I can't hear it. Hold on.
About Nene. Let's take a listen.
Would you reconcile with Nene? Listen, life is short. This year, a lot of the cast and me personally have had a lot of loss in my family. And so life is short. And so the right situation, the right conversation can absolutely be had. I don't think there's anything there is this completely to the point to where, you know, there couldn't be a conversation.
That's a step in the right direction. But then Nene Leakes was on her show, the Nene Leakes show, and she was asked about Porsha's comments. And
now this is where it gets interesting because you know Nene's a little shady. She loves to throw a little shade. Here's what Nene said in response.
You know, her response. Let's take a listen to that.
Porsha said that she would be open to reconciling with you.
Well, of course you would, sweetheart, because I never did to you in the first place. When I said what I said about Porsha, I say it again. What happened, happened.
Yes.
Like, I'm not one of those people who just walk around in my everyday life just lying about stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it just don't work for me. I said what I said. It was the truth. It really happened. She was going through a divorce with Simon. And I think she said something like, I didn't check on her or something like that. Girl, this ain't your first divorce. Maybe I could have checked on her. I honestly didn't even think about it like that. Somebody that maybe missed it once or twice, to get them a little grace. Who knows what they were going through that day?
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with reconciling with Porsha, but I'm going to tell about herself first, honey. So when do you want to have drinks so we can fix this Porsha?
Nothing wrong with that.
Don't make me call Porsha. Okay, Porsha over there using Nene's sound bite as the title of her YouTube channel. Okay, Porsha knows she miss big sis. Meanwhile, Nene said I ain't do nothing to her, child. The only thing she had to do was come to me and ask me if there was a problem instead of going behind my back and then trying not to film with me at the upshaws. Let's not forget that is the crux of the problem. Okay, Porsha was trying to block Nene's bag. Y'all don't remember when Nene came forward and said that she was looking forward to seeing Porsha on the set because she hadn't seen Porsha in such a long time. And then Porsha had actually told them that she had problems with Nene, and Nene was like, "You don't do that. Why would you do something like that? I'm just now getting my footing. I'm just now coming back, and amidst all of this alleged blackballing situation, and you go and you say some stuff like that to these producers and make them think that I'm hard to work with. Yeah, that was a flag on the play. So Porsha should not have done that. Okay, y'all don't forget. Listen, we keep receipts around here. You said they can have a drink together, be sociable, and walk away. Okay, yes, Porsha was trying to block that bag. You never win when you play dirty. Okay, meanwhile, Portia's still over there struggling. Portia's still over there fighting, and Portia is still over there about to go to court with Simon to fight over the damn prenup. Okay, he said Ken fans are unhinged, unhinged. Oh, child. You said they can reconcile on camera, otherwise keep beefing. Well, no, we think the beefing is need to be on camera. They can reconcile off camera. Okay, it's like ready, set, go. We filming. Okay, and shout out to Von Zipper because Von Zipper was telling me all about the reunion, child. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't be barking while I'm alive now. But Zipper was telling me all about the reunion the other day, trying to talk about the three people was safe. And I guess, since we gonna go there, I guess the three people that was safe must have been the three people that I said that was gonna be sitting next to Andy. And who was that? Hold on, let me see. Let me pull it up. Sorry, y'all. I want to yell at my dog in y'all ear. Hold on, let me bring it up. The three people that sit next to Andy. Porsha, Shamia, and Phaedra. Y'all remember I had said that I had made that assumption. I wish I had pulled up my soundbite when we was taking guests and taking and voting on who would sit next to who at the reunion. Well, Bravo released the reunion seating charts. Okay, the reunion was filmed yesterday. Okay, and it was Porsha and Shamia in the hot seat. Phaedra next to Porsha. Angela next to Shamia, Kelly next to Angela, and Cynthia next to Phaedra over on that side, and then Drew way over there down there on the bottom. Okay, and I guess if Brit had showed up, Brit would have been on the other side with Cynthia. Maybe, I guess. I don't know. I guess she would have been over there. But like with it just being 3 and 4 on one side and 3 on the other, it looks like the old heads on the left and the newbies on the right. That's what it looked like, even though Drew could be considered somewhat of an old head because she's been on for more than a season. But she over there down there at the bottom. Okay. And now, a lot of people think that, seating arrangements means, who's gonna get cut. And it's normally the people who in those bottom seats that get cut. But I don't know. Remember, Candy used to be in the bottom seat every year. And we used to always say, it's Candy's last season. Candy's not gonna be back. And she would be back, except for the last season. She wasn't back, season 16, but I digress. But Drew, I think you said Drew is a newbie. I think, I keep telling y'all, I think Drew is on the chopping block. I keep telling y'all that. And I don't know why in my heart and in my spirit, I feel that way. But since Brit didn't show up, I'm feeling like Drew may have a shot. I'm feeling like Drew may have a shot for next season because Brit was a no-show at the reunion. You said, can Brit sue both Bravo and Kenya Moore at the same time? Yes, if both are involved in the harm, like Kenya taking the pics and Bravo airing them, sued them together. Well, I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen the actual legal documents. I just been reading what y'all been reading, but we're gonna get to that in just a second. Now, as y'all know, what came out yesterday is that Brit was a no-show at the reunion. Okay, so everybody was scrambling. Why didn't Brit come? We don't know what's going on with Brit. Meanwhile, People Magazine had reported, people People magazine reported that Eady skipped the taping on her own accord amidst a falling out with her co-stars. That's a S. That means she fell out with everybody. While a second source says that Kenya Moore was not invited by Bravo. Well, we knew Kenya Moore wasn't invited. I mean, I don't even know why Kenya became a part of the reunion conversation. Okay, somebody was like, "Oh, Kenya's coming back. Kenya's coming back," but Kenya told y'all herself, didn't she, that she had an invite and she was disinvited? And I told you even before that Kenya was indefinitely suspended and basically fired after she exposed those explicit images during her hair spa grand reopening. So it feels like to me that Kenya just wants to be a part of the conversation, because as soon as this came out, Kenya issued a statement of her own. And y'all know I'm just going down the rabbit hole. Kenya issued a statement of her own and said, "I'm disappointed to not be a part of the Real Housewives taping today." How was you disappointed? You knew you weren't gonna be a part of it. You said yourself when you weren't gonna be a part of it. But now here you are issuing statements to get your fan base riled up. Okay. She said, "Please know I take full accountability for my actions and deeply apologize to all those affected, including Brittany." Okay, not just Brittany. Okay, the cast, the crew, the guests, and the viewers. Okay, I look forward to seeing you all back on Bravo. Why is Kenya doing this? Like we care. Okay, y'all. Let's not forget that Bravo was very clear in their statements when Kenya exposed those images. Okay, Bravo was very clear. They had not one but two black screens up. Hold on, let me pull them up. I'm trying to go in my archive. They had not one but two black screens when Kenya Y'all, I apologize. I don't know what happened. All the lights went out. Everything happened. Oh, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I had to wait for the Wi-Fi to come back on. This is horrible. This is horrible. Hold on. I'm back though. I'm back. Can y'all see me? Can y'all see me? Okay. He said, "Look at God." Okay, listen. I don't know what may happen. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Georgia Power might cut my lights off again. I don't know. It wasn't me this time. Like literally everything went off. All the computers, all the lights, everything. Even the alarm system was chirping. Child, am I froze now? Am I froze? Can y'all see me? Hold on. Let me see. Am I moving? Okay. All right, good. Now this laptop then came back up too. Okay, 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 okay. We back. We back. I don't even know how long it was. I'm sorry. I apologize. You know, this is a live video. Okay. You never know what may happen. Okay. But anyway, I did pay my light bill. I did pay my light bill. Okay. We're here. Okay. Anyway, moving on. What was I talking about? Oh. Because Bravo had these damn black screens to tell you that Kenya's situation is like Kenya is up here bringing up the reunion when we knew way back during her last episode that she was not going to be back. Now y'all remember this? Hold on, let me see. Let me pull them up. Y'all remember this? Due to the graphic nature of these photographs, Bravo has chosen not to exhibit them. You remember that? That was during Kenya's final episode. Then at the end of the episode, it said this: based on Kenya's behavior, the decision was made to cease filming with her this season. Okay, this season includes the reunion. So we knew then that Kenya's days were numbered. So I'm like, Kenya, why are you coming up here to tell us what we already knew? Okay. And then she did that whole little song and dance on her YouTube channel, The Confessionals, to tell y'all then too. I was invited, but I was disinvited. So at the end of the day, we already knew Kenya was a rap. Okay. Now, as far as the situation with Brit, child, Brit came forward after that, and here is what Brit had said. Y'all know I'm just going down the rabbit here. I'm talking about the lawsuit in just a second. Hold on. Here is what Brit had said. All my stuff just went away, y'all. Brit issued this on her Instagram, and it was interesting because we was trying to figure out, what she was talking about. So when this came out, everybody came on the internet and started speculating again. Okay. As the episode makes clear, I did not see the photo at the time. Wait, let me go back. Let me go back to the beginning. She said, as everyone is now aware, I'm not attending the reunion. This was my decision. The events of this season have devastated me. And while I cannot say much right now, I do want to set the record straight about one thing. The graphic sexual photos surrounding the events in episode 5, the photo was not me. So now everybody was like, oh, the photo was not Brit. And Kenya was fired over some explicit photos that weren't even Brit Eady. OMG. Now she goes on to say, as the episode makes clear, I did not see the photo at the time. Rather, I was made aware of the photo being presented at the event, and based on what I was told, assumed that it was somehow a photo of me, which is why I reacted in the way that I did. I do not know who was in that photo, but upon seeing it for the first time recently, I now know it was not me. I look forward to seeking accountability and moving past this dark part in my life. Well, Brit has a song and dance. Child, Brit is crying over there because now she has been humiliated over something, and it was not even her. Now I know as it comes time to the reunion, the ladies get to see the remaining episodes. I don't know what happened in them remaining episodes. We shall see. I don't know if this gonna boost the ratings for these next episodes, but whatever it was, Brit said, I ain't coming to that reunion, and all the stuff that I endured during this entire season, all the scrutiny, all the people calling me a whore, all the people talking about I had a DICK in my mouth, all the people who said that I was a sex worker, all of those people who have been humiliating me were wrong, because that wasn't even me. That wasn't even me. Somebody said, Brit is not making any sense. Why would she respond in the matter if she did, if she had not seen the photo? First of all, friend, I was outside the Kenya Moore hair spa that day, and Britt was outside. She had actually left. And if you watch episode 5, you see she gives Kenya the flowers, right? Kenya, starts acting all erratic, and Britt walks out the door. The other ladies remain. And that's when Kenya pulls the poster boards up that says, where is this hoe? I mean, who is this hoe? And that has the images on there, and everybody was like, oh my God. And so, of course, who would it be? Who else would it be? She said it was Brit. Kenya said it was Brit. Everybody said it was Brit. All the people, the camera crew said it was Brit. The people in the room said it was Brit. Her friend said it was Brit. Her friend came outside, said it was her. If it was me, I don't need to see it. Okay. I know I know I didn't duck sick before. Okay. I know I have duck sick before. And I know it's a possibility that somebody, may have surreptitiously taken a picture of me ducking sick before. I don't know. Who's to say that somebody might have did that? And I don't know if somebody sent a picture of me ducking sick before. I don't know. But at the end of the day, they said it was me. All the people said it was me. I believed it was me, and that was that. So I believe Brit when she said that. I honestly do. I don't think Brit would have caught the brunt of this whole entire episode if she did not believe it was her. And now that she has seen the actual unedited images, the unedited footage, because remember, everything was redacted in the episode that aired. Now that she has seen it, she's filed a lawsuit now, and here we are. Brit Eady is suing. Okay, Brit Eady didn't show up to the reunion, honey. She didn't show up to the reunion, and now she says she has filed a lawsuit for falsely yet unmistakably implying that the graphic sexual photograph displayed by Kenya Moore was her. Now, if it was you, okay, and you are on the nationally televised program, and they are saying that they have pictures of you zucking a zick, okay? Everybody talking about you zucking a zick. It's all sexual this, sexual that. It's all people talking about you performing a sex act. This is textbook harassment. You can't go into your accounting office. I said this before. Let me make myself big for this, honey. I said this before when Candy Burris was on there with them damn sex toys, and she made Sonya Richards Ross and all them put on vibrating panties while other men had the damn remote control. I said before, Bravo is setting themselves up for a sexual harassment lawsuit. And here they are. They keep putting these black women in these situations with Bolo, with his big old ding dong in their face, where everybody talking about Porsha and Tanya in there doing threesomes. And now here we are. They talking about Brit Eady zucking a zick and being humiliated. And here we are with a lawsuit. Now, will she win? I don't know. But here, let's read some of the details of this lawsuit so we can get a better understanding of where Brit Eady is coming from. Biggie hush. Okay, hold on. Like this video as y'all get in here, please. Like this video. Brit, Kenya Brit. Where is it? Hold on, I'm trying to find. Okay. Brit Eady is suing Bravo for $20 million, accusing the network of defamation, intentional infliction of emotional distress, sexual harassment, and fostering a hostile work environment. Now, if we think about it, I mean, defamation, they did attack all of that to her name, okay? Intentional infliction of emotional distress, whether they knew or didn't know, Kenya did pull those images up. Kenya did say it was Brit Eady. She called Brit Eady an insurance fraud HO. everybody in the room, including Cynthia Bailey, Angela Oakley, all of them said that it was Brit Eady. Angela even said that, she had stretch marks around her mouth from sucking zits. Okay. Y'all remember Angela took on Kenya's battle. Drew Sidora took on Kenya's battle and even asked Brit Eady, was she selling cat? Okay. So yes, defamation, hostile work environment, all of the above. Now, Brit, who is 37 years old, this is her first season. She filed a lawsuit Thursday in New York State Supreme Court. Okay. Bravo's parent company, NBC, and the production companies True Entertainment, True Original, and Endemol Shine North America are also named as defendants. Oh, no, Kenya. Look, Brit is going after the big dogs first. In the filing, the reality star's allegations stem from an incident that occurred during a June 6, 2024 taping of the show and the subsequent airing of the moment on an April 2025 episode. In the season's 5th episode, so the lawsuit is stemming from the 5th episode only, okay? The episode entitled About Last Night, the former Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kenya Moore celebrated the grand opening of her hair spa with longtime co-stars Porsha Williams, Cynthia Bailey, Drew Sidora, and new castmates Brit Eady, Shamia Morton, Kelly Farrell, and Angela Oakley in attendance. In addition to those, there was cast and crew and invited guests. Okay. Upon arrival, Eady, who had sparred with Moore earlier in the season, attempted to make peace by gifting a bouquet of flowers to Moore. However, Moore rejected her apology, leaving Eady to bow out of the event early. Now, in Edie's absence, Moore proceeded to slam her and accuse her of looking for a moment, saying, I'm going to pay you dust. But Moore, instead of paying her dust, then brought out a poster board with the words, who is this hoe? Biggie, stop. Hold on, I'm going to pull the picture up. Who is this hoe? Y'all remember this picture right here? This who is, oh shoot, where is it? Where'd it go? Here it is, right here. Kenya Moore. Y'all like this video, please like this video. So Kenya pulled up this picture right here on the poster board while I was sitting outside, and she said, who is this hoe? Who is it? She had pictures of Brit, some were a Brit, and apparently some were not a Brit, but in the midst of it, Brit was there. Okay, Brit was in the pictures, some of them. And so let me finish reading this little court document. So hold on, honey. Moore then brought out the poster boards with the words, who is this hoe, across the top. Below were explicit images, supposedly of Brit Eady, which were blurred out by production that she said she obtained with the help of an investigator. Reacting in horror and shock, the other women told Moore she had gone too far before all walking out one by one. As I told you during my live event while I was there live on the scene, boots on the ground, all of them were on the corner talking about they wasted her outfit. We don't understand why she would do such a thing. Kenya has come to a new low. Even Bravo even showed Porsha taking off her mic saying, I don't even want anybody to know I was here. Okay. So the episode ended with that title card that I showed you that said, based on Kenya's behavior, the decision was made to cease filming with her this season. Now, Kenya subsequently went on the Tamron Hall show, okay, in November last year, insisted that she was not fired, okay, claiming that she is still under contract and I am still an employee of the network and the show. However, according to People, Moore, knew then that she was not going to appear in the upcoming season 16 reunion episode, okay, and sources claim she wasn't even invited. On Thursday, Eady shockingly denied that the photos were of her. Okay, I just read that. She said, I did not know who was in that photo, but upon seeing it for the first time, I know now that it was not me. Now, here's where the lawsuit comes in. Edie's lawsuit describes Kenya's actions as defamatory, harassing, and damaging. Okay, Kenya, we've said this from the beginning. She better be glad she didn't put revenge porn on there, because that's against the law as well. But being that it wasn't her in there, okay, she's gonna go with all of the above. She tried to defame her by saying that whoever this was in the image, who was Zuck and Zick, she said that it was Brit Eady, and it wasn't. Okay, she said that on a nationally televised program, and she attached Brit Eady's name to it. I would say that's defaming. Okay, harassment. Kenya doing this was harassing and damaging to her reputation and her business, according to Brit. Okay, now if you listen, if she went and sought help, if this affected her mental health, if people were harassing her, if Team Twirl was all in her comment section saying that these images were readily available and that they were definitely Brit, if Kenya basically said these were definitely Brit as an employee of Bravo, Kenya even went on her confessionals and said it was Brit, but she was of age. Okay, Kenya's friends, Candy Burris, even went on her Amazon Live and said, "Yeah, I think I seen them before, but I ain't gonna tell y'all where to see them." Everybody was saying that all these pictures was out there. Okay, everybody was alleging that these were definitely pictures of Brit Eady. So if everybody can assume publicly that these are these pictures of this one lady and they were not, of course that's defamation. You defaming her. You saying that she was in this porn video and she was not. Okay, now Edie's Moore's representative, okay, they said that they done reached out to Kenya Moore and she is not speaking. Okay, Kenya issued that statement before she knew Brit had filed that lawsuit. Now Kenya was saying, "Oh, I'm so saddened that I won't be a part of the reunion." We know you are, Kenya. Now, since you done spoke, now keep on speaking. Anyway, Moore also displayed photos containing written, false, and defamatory. This according to the lawsuit. Now, Moore displayed posters containing written, false, and defamatory statements regarding plaintiff and her occupation. Insurance fraud hoe. Y'all remember that? That was that picture that was sitting to the side. Hold on, can I find that on the Googles too? Let me see if I can find the insurance fraud hoe. Insurance fraud. Oh, can there you go right there. The insurance fraud hoe picture. Hold on. We about to put it in here. Shout out to the blogs because we found it on Instagram. It is right here. Insurance fraud hoe. Oh, they got the audio too. Remember this audio? She said you a pay hoe. She said Brittany does escort. She said that Brittany charged $1,400 for an appointment.
You all of those things, okay? You over here on Snapchat. Your Gotti was like Snapchat me that pussy and you did.
She said yo Gotti was like Snapchat me that coochie and you did. Y'all remember that? So somebody said why she ain't suing Kenya? Kenya ain't got no money. Who would you sue? If you had to sue somebody, would you sue the employer who employed you both, or would you sue Kenya for the hair spa that don't have no clients or no hairstylists in it? I don't know. I'm gonna sue Bravo, and I'm coming out to Kenya later. Okay. You said I didn't want Brit on the show. I really do believe she is a fraud and a hoe, but I'm happy she's suing. Don't do that. And see, you believe she's a fraud and a hoe. Why? Because Kenya said it. See, this is why she's suing right here. Because this woman that ruined her reputation and put all this stuff out there about her. Okay. And that's not to say that things weren't already out there, but anyway, it is what it is. Let me finish reading. It said Moore also displayed posters containing written, false, and defamatory statements regarding plaintiff and her occupation, as well as explicit photographs depicting a woman engaged in graphic sexual conduct. The cast member falsely claimed that the photograph depicted the plaintiff. There it is right there. Okay. They're both cast members. Kenya Moore, as a cast member, falsely claimed that this photo of somebody explicitly engaged in a sex act that was uncovered publicly was her, okay, and it was not, okay. So Brit played chess, honey. Y'all be playing checkers. Brit, oh, even she say she didn't know until now, but even if she did know, she didn't tell nobody, okay. It said the documents additionally accused the defendants of willfully, intentionally, recklessly, and with gross negligence. So it's basically the lawsuit is accusing Bravo of willfully, intentionally, recklessly, and or with gross negligence producing, editing, and airing the episode, which falsely yet unmistakably implied that the graphic sexual photograph presented by the cast member depicted the plaintiff. So in no uncertain terms, even if it wasn't her, Bravo said it was. Okay. Even if it wasn't her, everybody on the show said it was. Even if it wasn't her, they aired the episode and it was her. Okay. They made the general public believe it was her, and it has ruined her reputation and her mental health and all of the above. Now, further in the documents, it says on information and belief, defendants knew that the photograph did not depict plaintiff, or at the least were reckless or grossly negligent in failing to learn that the photograph did not depict plaintiff. Now, remember, Bravo said they did an investigation, okay? And everybody was like, what about the investigation? What had happened with the investigation? Well, clearly they investigated and investigated and saw that it was somebody zucking a zick. They just didn't know that it wasn't Brit Eady. They just assumed that since Kenya said it was Brit Eady, it was Brit Eady. And I guess the only person who would say that it's not Brit Eady was Brit Eady, and she did not see the evidence. Okay. Now, here's where it gets sticky. Here's where it gets sticky. And this is what a lot of people don't know. The lawsuit also claims that Brit had asked repeatedly to be shown the photograph. She asked over and over and over again. She wanted to see it before the episode even aired. Before episode 5 aired, Brit Eady asked them, I want to see it. And Bravo and the production company refused to show her the evidence. They refused. They said we're gonna blur it out. You don't need to see it. We're gonna blur it out. Okay. So she got proof that they refused that. There it is right there. Y'all kept saying, well, why she didn't know? Why she didn't know? Well, Bravo told her, don't worry about it. They wasn't gonna show it. They wasn't whatever. And now here we are. They implied that it's her. And so yeah, child, Bravo, you in danger, girl. You are in danger. It says Eady is seeking for the immediate removal of the episode from public access on all platforms, networks, and media outlets in the defendant's control. Y'all better download it now because it's about to be gone if it ain't already. As well as a public statement from the defendants that Moore's comments about Eady and the explicit photographs shown were false. So she wants a public statement from Bravo saying that it's not her. Okay, so I guess that's what's gonna be on the reunion, honey. I guess she's not at the reunion, but I guess the reunion gonna say, we found out that Kenya posted pictures that's not Brit Eady, but she said it was, but it was somebody who was sucking a zick. It just wasn't Brit Eady who was sucking a zick. Okay, and she's also seeking monetary damages to be determined at trial, punitive damages, and legal fees. Should defendant fail to appear herein, judgment will be entered by default for the sum of not less than $20 million with interest and the cost and fees of this action. Whew, it's interesting to me though. Y'all know, remember Nene had filed a lawsuit too, and they made her dismiss her lawsuit because in their contracts, they can't sue the networks directly. They have to go through arbitration first. So I don't know. We're going to see what happens. I don't know if Brit signed the same type of contract, if it's something in the small print that Brit missed, but Brit filed an actual lawsuit for defamation and harassment and all of the above. And from what I'm reading, it seems like she has a good case. Now, Team Twirl is online talking about Kenya has been vindicated. And I'm like, how has Kenya been vindicated? Can somebody in the chat explain to me how Kenya has been vindicated? Because whatever they say Kenya did, she did. Kenya went to her place of business with her castmates, with the crew, with everybody there, invited guests, and she showed naked pictures, okay, unsolicited, to this crowd of people who did not consent to being sexually harassed by seeing these people private parts. I don't care if it was Brit Eady's private parts, somebody else's private parts, or anything. It was very, very intentional. Okay. So listen, that's why I said Kenya must not have known about that lawsuit before she issued her statement, because when Kenya issued this statement, child, it's like, Kenya, why you had said that when, wait a minute, Kenya, why you apologize? Hold on, put this back up here. Why you had apologize when you don't even know if it's a lot? See, this how you know Kenya is not in touch. This how you know Kenya is not in touch with Bravo. She's not in touch with the cast and the crew. Kenya is over there on the island by herself, still trying to be a part of the conversation. And now she pretty much just admitted guilt. She pretty much just admitted guilt. She done just sold her employer down the river. She said, please know I take full accountability for my actions and deeply apologize to those affected, including Brittany, the cast, the crew, the guests, and the viewers. Okay, I show explicit images to these people unsolicited. Okay, I did it, and I take full responsibility. Now, with this dang lawsuit, now all them people talking about Kenya gonna be back season 17. Kenya ain't coming back. Like this Brit is playing chess, honey. Y'all saying Brit ain't coming back. Well, Kenya ain't coming back either, because this lawsuit just sealed the deal for Kenya Moore, honey. Listen, they said that Kenya Moore would be the demise of the show, and clearly what she has done is demolishing this show. Okay, so now everybody's talking about this lawsuit. Everybody's talking about what Kenya did. Everybody's talking about these explicit images instead of talking about the reunion, because it's like, what they gonna talk about at the reunion? We don't even care about the reunion no more. Okay, we talking about this defamation case. Okay. Anyway, y'all, like this video, please, and thank you. Like this video. Let me see y'all. Let me see what y'all was saying while I was talking. Tyler said, Nene said that Kenya would be the demise. She sure did, Tyler. Okay, thank you, Tyler. Play Ball said Brit is going to win this and Kenya is done. Kenya fans, she is blackballed from this point forward. Yeah, if y'all thought Nene was blackballed, hell, can you imagine Kenya getting jobs and she done went and show explicit images on a set to cast and crew and put them in jeopardy of lawsuits from everybody? Listen, Bravo, NBC, all of them can not only be sued by Brit Eady, they could be sued by the damn camera crew. They could be sued by guests there who may have been triggered in some way by those images. They could be sued by a whole lot of people. Honey, Kenya opened the door. Kenya opened the door, and Brit is just the first person to step through it. Play Ball said, now that Bravo is being sued for the Kenya debacle, she will never be back on Bravo. Ken fans, facts. Okay, I said it too. Son said, friend, where is your washer and dryer? Child, where is the washer and dryer, child? Thank you to everybody who contributed to the stream. Okay, let me see what y'all saying in this chat, honey. Hold on. Kenya just took the blame for Bravo. Bravo did not show the pictures, they blurred it. Well, you know, she was an employee of Bravo, and in her employment of Bravo, it doesn't matter if it was air or not. It was cast, crew, guests. There's people that saw it, so you know, there's that. And so while they did accept responsibility and did blur it out for the masses, it was still done. Okay. You said, I think Brit got wind they were probably not coming back. It don't matter if she wasn't coming back or not. Here's the thing. I think Brit wanted to leave right after that because it was a humiliating act. Remember, they paused production for like a week or two right after Kenya did what she did. And, you know, it seemed to me that production tried to placate Brit in some form or fashion. And she thought that, you know, instead of quitting, instead of walking away, instead of, you know, crying in the car, that she would stand strong and at least Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my lights today. It happened again. I just had a power surge and everything went off. Everything went black. The lights just popped back on. The computer is off. Anyway, I think I done made my point. Okay, I was gonna take some calls, but since this happened, I'm not. Hopefully, look, yeah, the computer just popped all the way off. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel. Let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this Brit Eady situation. Do you think that she has a case? Do you think that, you know, she's playing chess and not checkers? Do you think Kenya has a shot of returning? I would love to know what y'all think. And I apologize for my technical difficulties today. I may come back late tonight, but I'm about to go out and give me a drink. So I will see y'all in the next video. Love you guys. Bye.